everyone. This is Mrs. Miller coming back to you live after spring break. I hope you all enjoyed the beautiful weather. I hope you got outside, played, maybe did some drawing, planted some, played in the dirt. Today, my story is called The Dumpster Diver, and it's written by Janet S. Wong, and it's illustrated by David Roberts. Now, today's lesson is going to be focusing on dumpster diving. Dumpster diving? Oh, some of you might be thinking, gross. Dumpsters are PU, but actually there's a lot of treasures in trash. And this week is Earth Week, a week that we're talking about the importance of reusing, reducing, and recycling. So someone's trash is another man's treasure. Let's keep our eyes out for the dumpster diver. Anyone knows you can dive for treasure in the ocean, but our neighbor, Steve the electrician, dives for buried treasure right smack here in our back street alley. Once a month during fall and winter and spring and every week in the summertime, Steve slinks into the basement storage room. 5 minutes later, the dumpster diver comes out. He does indeed look like he's ready for the ocean, but not really the stinky dumpster. When Steve is ready to dive, he taps 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my bedroom window. I wave to Steve and knock on Johnny's wall, and then Johnny hops to his window and shouts upstairs to Lena on the 3rd floor, and the diving team is ready to go. I'm hose handler number 1, also known as the nozzler. Lena is hose handler number 2, also known as the snake charmer, and Johnny is the fauceteer. Steve climbs up the back alley wall, picks a dumpster, and dives in. Beetles and roaches and spiders, ew, splash out. I never imagined there were so many millions of legs living 200 feet away from me. Ooh. Diving rule number 1 is keep your mouth shut. This is especially important when the roaches start flying. Diving rule number 2 is don't blow your nose all over the place. This means we hose handlers have to be careful. When Steve climbs out, we hose down the treasure, and we also hose down Steve. Being a hose handler is no easy job, especially when Steve is shouting, rule number 2, rule number 2, which remember, don't blow your hose all over the place. Thursday is trash day, but we do our real work on weekends. Last Saturday, we started with a pair of busted skis. Johnny drew, Lena measured, I drilled holes for nuts and bolts. Steve cut with a saw, and soon we had a paraskater. Look at that! That is so cool! An old blender can become a lamp. An old lamp can become a table. And an old table, plus 2 banged up skateboards, plus a ripped crib mattress, plus a handheld shower, plus 32 screws and a roll of duct tape can become anything we want it to be. Yesterday's treasure of the day was an old computer that almost became a flower pot, Johnny's idea, or a fish tank, Lena's idea, or a sculpture, my brilliant idea. But we decided it should be a computer for Zenda on the 5th floor, who practices her typing on a piece of cardboard with the letters written in. That's cool. The Grouch, who lives next door to Steve, says Steve is crazy, too lazy to work to make enough money to buy new stuff at the store, like good people should. She says his apartment is full of junk. Well, Steve says junk is good. The Grouch says we kids better watch out or we'll get cut up from the trash. But it was Steve who got cut up on broken glass and rusted metal when the dumpster trash collapsed under him. Serves you right. What do you expect digging through the trash? That's not really that kind. The Grouch has a point. Starting today, we are going to stop digging through the trash. Starting today, we are going to knock on every door in our apartment building, collecting our own special dumpster diver useful junk. Starting today, we are going to put our useful junk carefully in the basement storage room. Except maybe for this old wagon, and that broken rocker, and this tennis racket, and that popcorn machine. All the stuff we need for a wheelchair for Steve. Look at them. That is so cool that they made that for him. All right, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is not only a story about what you can do when you care for other people, but it's also a story about all the incredible and amazing things that you can make out of your trash, and some like people might call it even junk. So next time you go to throw out that cardboard box or that toilet paper roll or that paper towel roll, think twice about what you can make out of it that's super cool, because junk really is another man's treasure. Bye, boys and girls. Have a great week. I sure do miss you.